So just how bad is this? Nick Bontis joins us live now from McMaster's DeGROOTE School of Business. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Connie. How are you?
Here we are, another Friday. I don't know how I am, but what are we looking at here, and how much of this do we lay at the musings of people like Alan Greenspan?
Well, first of all, 162, I think, points was the value that the TSX has fallen. It's, you know, just another day in the park. I mean, years ago, a 3-digit drop, we would all been freaking out. But now we're so used to the turmoil going up and down that, you know, it just slides off the shoulder here. In terms of reviewing the bad credit, they estimate that there's $3 trillion worldwide of bad credit left to go in terms of being written off. So we're nowhere near the end of this thing. And with regards to Greenspan, he's my hero. And I'll tell you why. Let's not forget, when he was responsible down there in Washington, the markets went up unprecedented levels. And secondly, when was the last time you heard somebody from Ottawa or Washington stand up and say, hey, I made a mistake, I blew it, I miscalculated? So as far as Greenspan's concerned, I think he's my hero.
All right, well, that's true. I'll give you that, Nick. But even the use of the term tsunami is terrifying. Is this what we're seeing here, in a sense, a second wave of this so-called tsunami rippling back from the Asian markets and economies?
Yeah, there's two reasons why this is a second wave. The first reason is because the big core of the write-downs happened in the U.S. market, and now we see that the U.S. market is very integrated to every other globalized market. So we see international countries like in Asia, like in Europe, and like in Canada. So that's the reason for the second wave. We've gone from the U.S. to a globalized credit crunch. And the second reason for the second wave is that originally this was all about bad loans, subprime loans. Now we're seeing it's also about something called CDO. CDO stands for collateralized debt obligation. And what that really means in simple English is that corporations take on different mixed types of debt. Think of it like a mutual fund, but for debt. And now those are collapsing as well. So those are the two reasons why we're seeing a second wave or a tsunami effect.
But was this predicted? Was this foreseen?
No, I mean, it's like all tsunamis. You know, you have leading indicators that might tell you something might come down the road, but in the end, when the disaster hurts really bad.
Okay, finally, Nick, with inflation down slightly, is there any comfort here?
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, the good news is the dollar that's sitting in my pocket today could buy as much, or almost as much, as the dollar that was sitting in my pocket a year ago. You can imagine if we were having all this crunch as well as really high inflation. That would be the double whammy. So with regards to what's happening in the market, the same advice. If your time horizon is 5 years or less, go see your financial advisor and try to kind of remix your portfolio into safer instruments. If your time horizon is 5 years or out, relax. It's weekend time. Enjoy time with your family and your kids.
Sounds good. Go for a nice walk, right?
Right.
All right, Nick, you have a good weekend.
You too.